Now we'll be going to create another item for the application 2 deployment. Application 2 deployment. Just should be a freestyle job. We'll copy it from the application 1 because it will look almost like that only. We'll change the things that are different for ours. So slave01 will be the same one. We need to change directory. So I'll be creating application 2 directory. Well, this is application 2, the git URL. And here also I need to change the paths to application 2 and application 2. Well, this is on the build part. I need to create, another deployment.sh for application 2. In the script section, if you see, I have not created any specific folder for the first build, but in this section I'll be going for the application 2 directory. It should be application 2, and here also application 2. Okay, so I'll be placing these files in this directory. Let's save it. We'll go to our Jenkins slave clear. In the script section, as I said, these two files are directly placed here. I'll be creating one directory for the application 2. Just cd in application 2. Okay, we'll be copying everything from the previous directory. I'll say like /home Jenkins scripts and everything to this directory. Okay, I need to define the file name then. The first file is, I'll say, docker file to here, and the another file is deployment. Oh, that's it. So if you can check, I have, let me need to remove this application 2. Sudo rm-rf. That's it. So we have all these required files. I need to change the things in deployment.sh. So here everything will remain the same except this application 2. So this will be the new tag. Here when I am trying to get the container ID, here I need to change the port to 4 to grab that. Just remove this space, this is not required. Here I need to map 4000 port, so going for this 4000, and this should be application 2, and the tag as well, it's the image name. Yeah, in this line also I need to change it to application this 4000 port, and I guess everything is fine now. Let's save the script. Let me check the permissions whether it's Jenkins. Okay, so this is fine. If you can remember, well, I'll just check it, like what's the current status of port 4000 and the product 4. So I'm getting this response. Let me go to the development server and do some changes for this API response, so that I'll just have a look whether our API is working perfectly or not. This is our development server. I need to relog in. Dev machine, just copy the public IP, create another session, devops.pam, ubuntu, cd into application 2. If you can check, we have this index.js. Let me edit it. Okay, for this product 4, I'll just change it. I'll just add some hyphens here as well. Let's save the file. Just add it for the staging area and just commit it. Testing application 2, I'll say Jenkins job. Just do it. I need to push -u origin master. That's it. gmail.com. Just enter the password. That's it. It's done now. Let's move on here. Just run this job. If you can see, it's pulling the code for the first time. Then image is successfully built and tagged. Previous container is stopped now, new container is up now, old container removed, old image removed. If I can check, I'm getting the appropriate response. So this is like I'm going for a manual deployment process, means I need to push this build now button every time. So I'll be just configuring it with a poll SCM value. It's like whenever is there any kind of change in the GitHub repository, then it will simply detect those changes and will push the changes to the Docker containers. In fact, our new deployment will get created. Or we can also use the GitHub hook that we need to configure. Let's go with this GitHub hook value. Let's save it. In this application 2, let me again added this index.js just to test. This time I'm adding some hyphens in the start. Let's save it. I'll say like git add, git commit -m. I'll say like poll scm test. Just push it to the repository aws101tutor@gmail.com. So here I have pushed the changes. Going to our job server, and here I'll wait for the Jenkins to detect. So here I can see it has automatically detected. Let's wait for some time for the build to get triggered. Yeah, you can see the build is now triggered, because the poll SCM will keep on looking the changes in the GitHub repository, and whenever a new change is coming, it will directly push it to this Jenkins job. And here on refreshing, I can check I'm getting the appropriate response. So that's it for this CI/CD freestyle job part. We'll be heading over to the next sections where we'll be setting the monitoring using Zabbix and some other stuffs.